My name is I'm the director for Vuk at the GCIS. GCIS stands for Government Communications and Information System, and we are responsible for all government communications in the Republic of South Africa. To welcome us, I'm going to invite Ms. Koni Maglunyani, who is the campus manager, to do the vote of welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I'm not so tall, so I believe if I stand on the floor, some of you won't see me, so that's why I'm deciding to come up here. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My task is very simple and easy, guys, is to welcome all of you who are here. But let me start by saying this welcome message, it's not from me per se, it's from the college senior management team. I'm standing here on behalf of the SWGC management team that is saying I must welcome you. Though most of the managers are not here because of other commitments, but they are with you, Mr. Nkosi and the team at heart. The first thing that I want to say is we really would like to extend our appreciation to all the speakers that are sitting in front of us here to come and share the information, all the insights that they have about what's happening in the TVET sector. We would also like to welcome and appreciate the presence of students from different campuses. We know that all campuses here are represented. You are welcome, guys. A word from management, they are saying, Mr. Mnyamane in particular has said, I must inform you that you have to learn, network as much as you can, because this opportunity will come possible once in your lifetime, so you must use it effectively. Right. Ntate Nkosi, as I'm welcoming you guys, I want to say this Vuk Seminar, it's a very important initiative from our belief. It's a very important initiative for the TVET sector, particularly because we are in a period where there are a lot of changes. There's a lot of transition that's taking place in the TVET sector. So it's very important that the students or the future leaders that are here with us are learning a lot from what is being shared. I appreciate the fact that you are here to share the information with them so that they learn. But I also want to say to them, this is an opportunity for them to make sure that they learn, they use this information in future, and they participate fully, guys. As I indicated earlier on, it's an opportunity that might never come in your lifetime, so use it effectively. Right, what I want to say, what I want to remind you, I just want to remind all of you that the TVET sector has a very important objective or a goal, which is to say we are expected as this sector to ensure that we equip the young people or the future leaders with skills and make sure that they will be employable or even be self-employable in the near future. That is the goal of the TVET sector. Now, in order for us to achieve that goal, the expectation is that we must impart skills to these young people that are seated here. Now, at this time of the 4IR, the question would be, what kind of skills are important to be imparted to the young people. There are just 4 things that I quickly want to talk about. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing that the presenters are going to talk about, but I just want to say to you, Banabaka, before I even step down, there are 4 key aspects that you must take into consideration as you walk this journey in the TVET sector. I call them the 4 C's of the skills revolution, right? 4 C's of the skills revolution. We speak of critical thinking, right? We speak of creativity. We speak of collaboration. We speak of communication. Already I heard Mr. Nkosi saying their organization deals with communication, which is very important. Can you hear from that? Already it's linked to the 4 C's that I've just spoken about. So in this era of the 4 IR, while we're going towards the 5th revolution, it's important for one to keep in mind all the time the 4 aspects that I've spoken about. Guys, if you want to succeed in this world, you need to be creative. You need to be a critical thinker. You need to be a very effective team player. That's why we speak of collaboration. We need to be there when other people are communicating, get information from others. How do we communicate in this era? We speak of networking, right? So I'm sure the speakers that are seated here today are going to share all those important aspects in order to empower you. So it's very important that you listen critically, creatively, with an open mind. I'm not going to spoil everything. So by so saying, guys, I just want to say, you can take it from the word Vuk Zenzele, ne? You would understand that's a simple African name that tells us as Africans, what is it that we're supposed to do? Vuk Zenzele, wake up and do something for yourselves. So when we say be self-employable, what are these things or the steps that you must take towards achieving that? So make sure that you do exactly that. We are Vuga, we are Zenzela, especially after platforms like these where information is shared for you are available. Learn from them. Make sure that you reach the ceiling. I don't want to say the ceiling. During our time when we were growing up, we usually say, whatever you say, you would say, hey, the sky is the limit. Akusana sky is the limit anymore. Ne? With the time of technology, is there still someone who's saying the sky is the limit? No, there's no limit. So in other words, there are no stumbling blocks for you guys. Even that sky should not limit you. So take this opportunity, use it to your advantage, and make sure that you learn. Lastly, I want to say the world is an oyster, guys. Make sure that you take that and you use it effectively for your own advantage. Thank you very much. You are all welcome. Thank you.
Nora Lebogamma, already spoken like a mother to us. Thank you very much with those kind words of welcome. Why are we here today? Perhaps before we start that, let me explain to you in terms of where we sit in government. We are from the Government Communications Department, but our government has seen the importance of communications, particularly with citizens, that we are actually placed within the Ministry of the Presidency. So we like to brag that we are very close to number 1, because this administration really recognizes the importance of imparting knowledge, information, and sharing opportunities about why we exist as a government, particularly as a constitutional democracy, but also Mama, you mentioned areas of collaboration and making sure that is a system. So we coordinate communications from all of spheres of government, from national to provincial to local, and we coordinate and make sure that all that information gets and reaches citizens where they're at, wherever they are. Now, Vukuzenzele is a directorate within the GCIS, and we are responsible for publications such as Vukuzenzele newspaper. Hopefully on your chairs you'll have a piece of paper with a QR code. Please use your phone to scan that QR code and it will take you directly to the Vukuzenzele website, where I'm expecting you to subscribe and like. And, but most importantly, read the articles that we spend so much time curating for you, which we believe are quite inspirational. Part of the inspirational journey that we want to take young people of our country on is that they have hope. Do not think that you came to a technical and vocational training institution and you're reading every day in the news and you're hearing on TV that these unemployment levels are so high, particularly for young black women. So what we decided at Vukuzenzele is that we want to start visiting TVETs in particular. You know why? One of our industrialization strategies has realized that what we need to do to grow this economy is to grow entrepreneurs. So there are no jobs because you may know our growth rate right now is around 1%. So that is not enough to create enough opportunities to absorb all the young people that are coming out of our higher learning institutions. So we want to inspire you to say, please think about being an entrepreneur so that you can start being employers, right? And you know, August month is Women's Month. We wanted to make sure that our panel will be represented by as many women as possible, but of course, men are also allies, so we have some men who are going to be talking to us again today. So this is how the program will run. I will invite one of our guest speakers, and they've been briefed to really inspire you, give you some ideas of what opportunities are there for you. And we're very fortunate that they've also brought their other colleagues outside. You might have seen that there are exhibitions. So please, after this program, go outside, go engage. One of the things Mama mentioned was about not collaboration, yes. So see how you can then collaborate after having heard what opportunities and what is actually in life for you. Without much ado, I'm going to invite the first speaker. We'll start with Ms. Sibonga Kumede. She's a skilled young professional and has experience in stakeholder relations, social facilitations, and she holds a BTech in public relations. She developed her passion for collaboration while working in infrastructure development, and she has got excellent interpersonal skills, which she established whilst working in a customer services role, both in the banking as well as the contact center environments. She has a notable interpersonal, cultural, and social awareness, which enables her to establish working relationships and communicate effectively with diverse set of stakeholders and be able to facilitate insights from stakeholders for the purpose of getting quality feedback. She then uses this feedback for continuous improvement, which will empowers her in her decision making. Lastly, she's a proactive self-starter who can work well with at any level of supervision. She enjoys being part of a team and developing visions, and she is quite intentional about bringing positive energy wherever she goes. Please help me welcome Ms. Sibonga Kumede from SA Youth.
Thank you, Tsepo. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Sanbonani, good morning. How are you guys? I'm good. Just by a show of hands, I'd like to see how many people know of sayouth.mobi, are registered or have heard about Harambe Youth Employment Accelerator. I only see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands. Okay, and those that know it, you've been active on the platform. You didn't just register 3 years ago and then like a forgotten Facebook account, it's there. Okay, so I'll first give you insights on who Harambe is because I did mention 2 organizations. The first one is Harambe. Igama lami is Usbonga Kumete. I'm from Harambe Youth Employment Accelerator, and we are basically a not-for-profit organization that works to break down the challenges, that works to bring opportunities to young people in South Africa. And how we do this is by partnering with different departments and government departments, other civil society organizations, businesses, and so on. And so one of the solutions to that we were able to find is the sayouth.mobi Mobi sites. I almost said app. So the sayouth.mobi site is basically a data-free Mobi site that allows young people to have free access to earning and learning opportunities. It is also a data-free platform that employers are able to find young talent on, and so it's not something that anyone pays for from the employer side or from the young person's side. And so after we were appointed along with other like-minded organizations to manage this platform and come together and find solutions, we've had almost 4.5 million young work seekers that have been supported on the sayouth.mobi site. Now, that also means that is the number of young people we have registered, which I think for many is a wake-up call or a realization that young people are looking for opportunities. In actual fact, we've got 5.5 million people on the site, but we don't report on someone that is over the age of 35, as well as someone who's not active on the platform. I myself am on the platform. I'm able to send things to other people. I know when I reach that age of not being a youth in South Africa, it's not going to kick me out, but it does allow me to access these opportunities. Now, one of the things that I'm going to mention is a huge roadshow that we've just had. We've recently had a roadshow with NYDA, who are also here today. They're one of our partners, where we've had NYS opportunities all around the country. Does anyone know of the DBE opportunities? The department, the opportunities, teachers' assistants. Can I see a show of hands? Anybody know of those? Nazi Zwagotangas. Yes, so those are opportunities that were accessible on our platform. Like I said, as much as we are trying to find opportunities for young people, we are also in the same breath trying to break down barriers that young people face when they're looking for opportunities. Hence, in a data-free platform, we've also got a toll-free number that you can call. We are also active on all social media networks. I believe on Facebook, we've got about almost 600,000 young people on there that are always waiting to see what kind of opportunities we have, what kind of opportunities and updates we are bringing to you guys. We're also constantly updating the Mobi site so that young people are able to use it easily. Right now, you are able to put down all your details and download your CV in case you need to take it anywhere. So it's a constant update, meeting young people where they are. We also are on TikTok and just trying to find opportunities, come together with different organizations, departments, businesses, to bring opportunities to young people. So I did say that the platform is data-free, but how many of you here have a smartphone that can go onto the Mobi site? Okay, so we know, we would see a lot of the times we go to areas as Ibanenkinga, so Ngalanga Pandle, we do have a stand. We've got tablets that are there ready to assist you guys with registration. I myself, I'm from KZN, and so looking for opportunities isn't an easy thing. I had to take a risk, look outside my comfort zone. And so one thing I want to tell you guys is that don't be afraid to move. One thing I did, I got on the site, you're able to check opportunities in the areas that you want to live in. So, for example, me, not being from KZN, I was able to see, okay, in Joburg I've got family, I can be able to stay there. You can change the location on your profile and it will instantly show you opportunities around your area. So you will not be going in blind and not knowing what you're walking into. And I always encourage young people to do that exercise before you decide that you want to move, just to get a sense of what is around the area that you are moving in, what kind of opportunities are there, and is it a risk that you are willing to take? Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Sibonga. Now you know about Harambee. If you didn't know, you know. Can I please now invite you, if any young leader has a question for Sibonga before we go to our next speaker? Are there any questions for Sibonga? Do we have a roving mic? You use this one, okay. So everything was clear. You heard there's a stand outside. You can go get registered immediately if you wish to. We encourage you to do it. Okay. Sharp. The other thing that we like to do is invite and partner with different organizations, like companies that may be private, but they're doing great things in the area that we're all interested in, which is around youth development and youth economic empowerment. And we have our partner in the organization called Zounds Business Opportunity. And today, I'm very pleased to introduce you to Ms. Thando Maduna, who is from Zound Business Opportunities, where she works as a sales executive in the company, and she's been there for almost 15 years. Zounds is a leading supplier of industrial manufacturing machines for small and medium-sized businesses in most industries. And the company has been around for over 70 years. And us at Vuk Talks, we'd written stories about somebody who started out with a small popcorn machine. And that popcorn machine just grew into something bigger, and they needed to get a more industrial size machine, or they started getting slushies, a slushie making machine. So if that's your passion, that's something that you're interested in, and that's just on the lower end. And I'm sure, Thando, you'll tell us about what other bigger opportunities are there. Please make me welcome Ms. Thando Maduna.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let us just make it a little bit exciting. I want you to look at the person sitting next to you and say, I am a future leader. I am a future leader. I am a future leader. I can do this. I will do this. I am doing it right now. Thank you. So this is just to encourage you. Yes, this is just an encouragement to you as the youth that you can do this. You can do it. You have the strength and the ability to do it yourself. Even after the college, you can do this. So my name is Thando. I'm from a company called Zounds Business Opportunities. So we are the guys that gives you an opportunity to become your own boss. I know we've been given this mentality that yes, education is the key. Yes, education is the key. But let us not have that mindset that says, after college, I must go and work for somebody. No. Have that mindset that says, after college, I will start my own business. With or without money, I can do this. With or without money, I will do it. That is why you have funders like your NYDA. They are there to assist you in finding it, even after the college. Instead of going out there and working for somebody else, have your own business, start up your own business. So we manufacture and sell manufacturing machines for business opportunities. We've got small machines like the popcorn machines like our speaker has just spoken. It's a very cheap machine, less than 3,000 rand. You can buy that machine, you go and put it right there in the shops that is around you and sell popcorn. Believe me, with a popcorn machine, in a day, it can give you 500 rand in a day, selling popcorn. You know popcorn, have you ever been in a mall whereby when they sell popcorn, the smell just draws you. It says, come and take me, buy me. As small as a 10 rand packet, it can give you 500 rand a day. So imagine making 500 rand a day, that is times 20 days. How much is that? It's about 10,000 rand, isn't it? That's about 10,000 rand a month. It's money that you can make as a side hustle. It's money that you can make your own to start up your own business. And then you grow. If you're making 10,000 rand a month, you can grow and start up something else. You can add an ice cream machine. We sell ice cream machines as well. Ice cream machines are like 30,000 rand. That's already 3 months of your profit margins. Within 3 months, you've got an ice cream machine adding with the popcorn machine. In a month, you are now making another 10,000 rand. That's already 20,000 rand you're making a month. In the next 6 months, you're now growing big. You don't even need to go to NYDA now because you're now making 20, that's 20 times 6 months. We are talking of 120,000 rand, if I'm not mistaken. You are buying yourself a brick making machine. Brick making machines are starting from about 150,000 rand. I mean, buildings are constructed every day. People are building, people are making their houses look beautiful. You will make money out of brick making. From brick making, you're making roof sheets. We've got machines as well that make roof sheeting. We have agriculture equipment machines as well, like your incubators, selling chicks. Starting from selling chicks, you are now selling chickens. From selling chickens, you are now selling eggs. We've got layer cages as well to keep your layers. We've got quite a lot of machines that we sell that you can do business with. We've got agricultural machines, construction machines. We've got machines like your charcoal making machines. You know, in South Africa currently, South Africa is importing charcoal from Namibia. So can you believe it? You collecting your wood, you carbonize the wood, and then you press it into your briquette shape. You are selling briquette. And as a young one, you are a manufacturer in South Africa and you are selling briquettes. As easy as that. We've got nail machines for roof sheeting. We've got machines to make, diamond mesh. We've got machines to make clear view out there. So we've got quite a lot of machines that we sell in the company. We've got machines for toilet paper. You know, everybody uses toilet paper. No one doesn't use toilet paper. So you can be your first client is you buy the toilet paper machine. Your neighbors can be your first client. So you can approach your Pick n Pays, your ShopRite. They put you under their no-name brands and you're selling toilet paper to them. Very big profit margins on toilet paper as well. So we've got quite a lot of machines that we're introducing to people all over the world, all over South Africa, saying, come, instead of focusing on working for somebody, start up your own business and be your own boss. So we offer free training. So when you buy the machines from us, we train you. We're not throwing you under the bridge. We say, come, you buy the machine. We offer you free training. We offer you installation as well, backup service as well. Anything goes wrong, we come and assess the machine for you. We fix the machine for you. So we can train you and your staff on how to operate the machines. We are there for you all the time. So we can link you as well with your NYDAs, your CDA, your CIFA, where you can go and apply for funding. They'll offer you finance to start up these businesses as well. We've got machines like to make jam. We've got machines to make peanut butter. We've got machines for drying like your vegetable. You know how expensive a dried fruit is. We've got those kind of machines that are like 40,000 rand. Like I was saying, if you start with a popcorn machine, which means in 4 months you've already got extra more money to add another machine, be it a vegetable drying machine. We've got all those machines. So if you need more information, I have a table there at the back. You can come and ask for more information, and then I can add more. We've delivered all over the world in African countries. We've delivered in Congo. We've delivered in Lesotho. We've got machines as well as like your chalk making machine, chalk to make chalk. We've got machines to make chemicals, mixing detergents. We've got machines to mix like your washing powder, to make soap, the soap that we bath with. You know, soap is made out of oil. Soap is made out of oil, so we've got machines as well to make cooking oil. You can approach farmers, you buy sunflower, you press sunflower out of, you make cooking oil out of the sunflower. So we've got all those machines. So we are giving you an opportunity to say, come, instead of having the mentality of working for somebody, start up your own business and be your own boss. Thank you so much.
Now we're talking. I could hear the room going, when she started all those numbers, 20,000, all how you can starting a successful business. So again, are there any questions from Tando? I've got one.
Yes, sir.
So if, let's say I like one of your machines, but I don't have the money to pay you up front, do you have any funding opportunities for young people?
Okay, we currently do not have funding, but we have your NYDA, the CIFA and CEDA, they've come up together now, they've created what is called CIFA. So you can approach all those institutes for funding. They can fund you. Obviously, you've got to have a good business plan. From my understanding is they can also assist you as well to do a business plan. For them to fund you, you need to have a business plan for that.
And sometimes where I live is in the suburbs, but when I go home, a location, I can see opportunities. So are you available anywhere in the country or just in Gauteng?
Oh, yes. Okay, we've got different branches. I'm from the branch in Johannesburg. We've got a branch in Durban. We've got a branch in East London. We also got a branch in Cape Town. Yes.
Any questions from future leaders? All right. Please appreciate our previous speaker from Zones. Is it Zone?
Yes.
Zones.
Yes.
Okay,
Zones
Zones.
Business Opportunities,
Utando,
yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, Ms. Maduna has been referring to the NYDA, which is the National Youth Development Agency, which is a government agency. And to tell us more about it, I'm going to invite Mr. Patrick Sibeko from the NYDA.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I've been told you are future leaders. Are you? Okay. All right. You know what, Mina, on my spare time, if I'm at home doing nothing, I love to watch History Channel. Nina Tando Bugelan. Eh? Oh, TikTok. Okay, that's great. All right. You know, when you watch History Channel, you look at Saudi Arabia, 1973. That was 50 years back. And then you look at China, also maybe around 1973. That was 50 years back. Ne? And then you look at those two countries. You look at the development they've achieved from that time up to now. China today is manufacturing these cars you are driving, about PYT, build your own dream. Did you know what that stands for? Yeah? PYT. Did you know what it stands for? Guys, talk to me, man. Yeah? No, it's a very inspiring name, PYT. I always wonder why PYT. Build your own dream. You understand? So they've emancipated and overtaken many countries in the process. If you watch CNN today, ubone America ikhala China kanjani. Yo. It's very painful. But so maybe with us we are in that position now whereby most people we complain we don't have job opportunities. We don't have employment, like things we manufacture. They are not taken up in the shops that you buy in. You understand? Those are the challenges you as an entrepreneurs, you must solve. And nobody else is going to solve that problem except you. Do you understand? Whereby you need to come up with a creative mind to say like, how do we change the notion? How do we change things the way are happening here in South Africa? Okay. So we as NYTA, what we do, we normally also partnered with SWGC. I think on Monday, we were doing training in Dobsonville about entrepreneurship, about life skills. But what we like mostly is for you come and attend our workshops. Although you are not applying maybe for a particular program, come in the class and sit with other young people who are thinking same-mindedly, whereby they're going to be talking about opportunities. How can we attack the market? What are valuable things that are happening within the market? Do you understand? With us as NYTA, we come up with modules to teach you in terms of like about idea generation. How do you develop your idea? But most ideas are with you. Do you understand? Mina ngithe ngibukela ini History Channel kusho ukuthi ngimdala. You understand? And when you say you are doing TikTok, kusho ukuthi you act movie yakho wena, yabona? So that is where we need the change. You could like, what are things that are happening you as young people that you can change? So in that process, we as NYTA, we're just gonna teaching you how to run, manage, and develop your business. Whether you must come forward and modernize it to be in this present day or the future. So basically that's what we do. Tina, we provide you with the information to say like, how can you start that particular business and develop that business? And then that is when you apply all the processes that we've taught you into your business. Are we together? Yeah, so there's a number of things that we do as NYTA. We provide non-financial support. Non-financial support, for example, you need things like this about branding. When you go out to your events, then you are able to set up a station. People may know good, like, what are you doing? Drawing up of business plan, marketing plan, website development. There are so many things that we do. But what we normally encourage to say, look at your business and check to say like, what do I need so that my business can develop? Don't just come to NYTA and then uspose with like, what are business most people are applying for, basically you come and apply. No, it doesn't work. Remember there was a time when there was public phones. It used to have MTN, Vodacom. So if I would say to you, open up a Vodacom shop and it fails, then you're gonna blame me. Do you understand? So that is where the element of creativity comes in to say like, think outside of the box and then come and apply. So there are so many things that we are able to fund you with, except this non-financial support. And then another program that we have is grant funding. Grant funding, we provide financial assistance to needy entrepreneurs. So you want to buy stock, you want to buy raw materials, you want to buy tools, you want to buy material for your business, and then we'll be able to provide you with whatever that you need for your business. Most importantly, we don't give you cash, guys. So we credit your supplier and the supplier will credit you. So that's how it works. Siyazi phela masingakunikeza 20k uzondlule KFC ukuthi eish athi sikhipha umoya. And then once you start that, you're going downhill, guys. Ne? So there are so many things that we do as NYTA. We normally encourage you guys, visit our website or visit our office. We are based at 112 Main Street, Johannesburg, next to Tiscam. If you are in Gandhi Square, the next door building, that's where we are based. But everything is on the website. So if you do have questions, I'm still available. I'm at the back. Thank you.
So I've got two hands there, I'm noticing. We're gonna, oh yeah, because he needs to answer, yeah.
Sanbonan, my name is Tegofatso Khokong. I'm from George Tilbury campus. And I have a question. I'm not sure if it's relevant for this context, but yeah. As someone who is exposed to the entrepreneurship field in terms of the course that I'm doing, which also encourages to be self-employed, right? So I wrote my question down because so yes, we do have opportunities, we do have dreams, which is something that kids, we also have goals. But before anything, can we don't have the mental and emotional capacity that can hold the mindset of leaders and entrepreneurships. In terms of young people go through a lot of things mentally, emotionally, and physically. So is there any programs that meet young people that strike the balance? Because you can have dreams and goals, but if you don't have the mental and emotional capacity to actually have the qualities of a successful entrepreneur or whatever the case is, are there any programs that prioritize self-awareness? Because I believe that's the foundation of a successful leader or entrepreneur or whatever. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone in the house. My name is Letabo Tsamole. So I have a question in terms of NYDE. If you make an application of BMT, which is Business Management Training, how long the estimated time is it to get a response? Because I have someone who made an application last year, January, but even to date, there's still no response. Thank you very much.
Okay, we can respond. Okay, let's start with the last one. You know, when you apply for training, you've done your BMT training. So we give you plus minus 6 to 8 weeks so that you can get the response. Because one of the challenges that we are having in terms of our young people, they keep the phone, but they don't respond. Because I don't know, is the problem if there are so many call center agents are calling people for insurance and all that. But we try to get to those people, but if you haven't received the response, please come to the office and then we'll be able to check for you to say like what's happening with your application. Okay. So to my sister, I think, to be exact, I don't have an answer as we NYTA to say like how can we empower with you mentally, but we've got organizations like social development whereby you can go through wellness, you know, character building, you know, that is where they can empower you. I think that is where I can refer you to for now. But we as NYTA, as an organization, we don't have that kind of assistance because what we normally encourage is for you to say like, start small, then gradually develop as an entrepreneur. That is where you're also gonna spot and see opportunities on the way. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jaden. I have a question for the three watchers folk. So you know that there's deaf culture, right? So my thing is, do you give opportunities to deaf people too? That's my question. Because I have some people what has struggles, right now they have a skill, but there's no opportunities for them because they're deaf. So I'm asking, do you have anything like that?
Okay. No, you know, with us as NYTA, I think that person should just come through and see how can you assist him. Because we're looking at all youth between ages of 18 and 35 who are eligible to apply for funding, then we'll be able to assist. So we do not discriminate to say you are disabled or not. We really would love to see that person. Thank you.
Okay. So last one. Thank you for answering me. Also, I think, as I said that I'm exposed to this entrepreneurship field, and as I'm within the course, I realize that there are some gaps, especially as a young person. I feel like in terms of research, knowledge, and all that, yes, we do have goals, yes, opportunities are there, but how often do they reach us as young people? So I've seen that gap, I've noticed that gap, and I'm not sure how relevant this is, but I feel like, are there programs that actually meet young people where they are, that speak the language of young people? Do we need to be as old as we are in terms of college, or to be exposed to entrepreneurship, to learn how it works in terms of the business field? Does it reach young people where they are in all the four corners of the world, whether you are privileged enough to be at school, in the streets? Yes, thank you.
Can I just answer on that one? I think nowadays, what I would encourage you as the young ones, imisebenzi yezandla. Let us not focus on these electronical businesses and all that. Umsebenzi wezandla. Try and look for institutes that train how to do bricks. Try and look for institutes that train how to do building. As a woman, you can do it nowadays. It's no longer a man's job. Try and look for institutes that trains you how to sew. Sewing can make you money. Try and look for institutes that teaches you how to do agriculture. Umsebenzi yezandla lamalanga is what works mostly. No one can take that away from you. Once you get to know how to do things on your own, with your own hands, no one can take away that from you. So I would suggest, let us not focus on electronical stuff. Let us focus on things that we can do with our own hands. Like you were talking about someone who's deaf. I think someone who's deaf, they can use their own hands to create something. So I would say, try and look around. We've got resources, your data and so forth. Try and look around on agriculture institutes where you can go and learn how to plant, where you can go and learn how to do sewing, where you can go and learn how to do bricks and all that. I would suggest maybe focus on that. Imisebenzi yezandla, things that you can do with your own hands. I think that can take you somewhere. Okay.
Thank you, thank you. Please allow me to now invite the next guest speaker. There's two of them. You are very fortunate. You're getting two for the price of one. From Gibela Rails, we have Mahadi Sikosana. She's a planning specialist, and she's got qualifications in a BTech in industrial engineering, a postgraduate diploma in business management, and currently is studying towards an MBA. Mahadi is a dedicated and detail-oriented planning specialist at Gibela. She has 15 years of automotive and rail industry experience, and she is known for a strategic mindset with a strong commitment to operational excellence. She's got a background in industrial engineering, and she's currently pursuing a master's degree in business administration to further deepen her expertise and expand her capacity for high-level analysis and strategic thinking. She's got a passion for data-driven decision-making and cross-functional collaboration. There's that C again. And she is also known to bring to the table analytical precision and creative problem-solving towards any planning process. She consistently contributes to improved resource allocation, streamlining workflows, and enhances project outcomes. Please help me welcome Mahadi Sekosana.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. My name is Mahadi. Sorry, I'll be walking up and down, you know. I work for Gibela, it's a big plant. We walk most of the time. So I'll be doing what I do on a daily basis. Like he said, my name is Mahadi Sekosana and I come from the Eastern Cape. Can I see all the people that are coming from the Eastern Cape? Molwen Betun. Okay, I'm glad to see that there's people that are coming from where I come from. So basically come from Gibela. I think before I introduce myself fully, I'll just tell you guys a little bit about what Gibela does. I'm sure you guys know Gibela. We make the blue and white trains. Who's been to the blue and white trains? Who's been into one of our trains? But do we at least know our Gibela trains? Do we all know the trains? So we are the people that are responsible in manufacturing from scratch. So we're not getting any big parts from anywhere. We build the train from scratch, okay? From the coil that comes from our outside suppliers, we build into shapes and sizes that the train requires, no? So we build the train from scratch until you see it running up and down in one of the corridors in Johannesburg, in Durban, in the Eastern Cape, in Cape Town, everywhere that you've seen the blue and white trains, they are coming from these hands of these two beautiful people and the 1,200 other employees that Gibela has. Okay, we are contracted with PRASA to build 600 trains. We are currently at train set 300. So we are halfway with the project. We are still excited. We're still waking up every single morning to do what we do best. No? What else am I forgetting about Gibela? We have young people in Gibela. The average age in Gibela is 25 to 45. That's our average. Everyone is young, everyone is excited, and everyone is driven towards the same goal. So I am a planning specialist in the company. I'm the only one in the department. On our way here, I was called to come back because apparently the company is falling apart with us being here. But it's exciting to know that you are that important. Yeah, we are still excited to be building trains, and we're looking forward to be having young people joining the organization. She'll be telling us a little bit more about how to get into the company and to work for Gibela. And yeah, as a person, I think I'll just touch base on my personal journey, you know. I come back from who knows where Matatiela is? I think I have a lot of Mkayas here. Okay, I come from a family of 6 children, me being the last born, Untondo. So the last born where I come from is called Untondo. And Untondo, I come from a family of 6, my mom and dad, and sadly when I was 10, my dad passed away. Ne? And when he did, my mother was not working. She was a single parent since I was 10. Yeah, for me, life was not as I would have imagined it to be, you know, because my dad was there doing everything for all of us. And sadly, when I had to go to varsity, like where you guys are, I didn't have the means to do that. Because remember, my mother was not working. I had siblings. My sister was already married with her own children, so she couldn't really be able to take care of the entire family as well as myself as well. So when I went to varsity, my first year was in 2008. Okay, that was my first year. And I wanted to be an audiologist. And reason why I wanted to be an audiologist is because we had a career day at school, and there was this nice lady who was an audiologist. I was like, yeah, I want to be an audiologist. Okay, I was good in maths, I was good in science, I was good in everything else because my mother told me, I can't just now you're up, so if you're gonna go to school and start playing, then awuzuba, you guys understand Xhosa, right? Oh, I can speak Sotho as well. I can speak Sotho as well, right? Okay. So my mom has always been the person who says, you have to do it for yourself because I'm not educated. You guys have the opportunity to do that. Right, so when I wanted to go to varsity, but to NSFAS, I don't know if you guys still have NSFAS, but they're like, okay, you can apply for NSFAS, you can, they can pay for you if you are not able to pay for yourself, but now we needed registration money. Yeah? I didn't have registration money. My big sister was a teacher, so I was like, okay, sister one at least is gonna go apply for a loan, and then we can get the registration money. Then my sister was like, I get to like patala ka eng tjhelete ya ka, o tla sebetsa neng?" So what I'm trying to get to is that my other brother was a security guard. And when my sister said, I can't help, then I was like, okay, maybe my brother can help. Then my brother is a security guard. We went to the bank, we applied for a loan. At least I could get registration money. And my message in me telling you this is that dream stealers are not gonna come from outside. They're gonna be people that are closest to you. Ne? And my dream stealer was my sister because of course I wasn't working then. And then I knew I needed to make it. Because then if your own personal sister can say, I'm not able to help you, then you already know, right? So dream stealers are not gonna come from outside. Dream stealers are gonna be the people closest to you. Okay, I went to varsity, I was excited, and then my other brother, remember C6 Mos? My other brother was already in varsity doing in electrical engineering, and he's like, you are going to do engineering. I don't know which one, I'll find out, because remember I wanted to be an audiologist, but he was against the idea. I was like, okay, maybe I can try engineering, bafuna ndoni, and he's like, okay, bafuni maths, bafuni science. I didn't have a problem with that. I was already hardworking because I didn't have many options. That's what happens when you don't have many options. You need to really work hard, okay? He's like, I have a friend that's doing industrial engineering. Maybe you can look into industrial engineering. I was like, okay. I've never done anything engineering or technical. I come from a village, a school in the village, so technical is not my thing, but I can try. And I was willing. That's another thing that you guys need to remember. You need to be willing. And did you know the saying that says, where there's a will, there's always a way? So you really need to be willing to put in the work, because I come to who's gonna just bring you something on a silver platter. You need to really work for everything that you really want to have in your own lives. I started industrial engineering and there was drawings involved. How am I going to do this? I've never drew anything, guys, besides the freehand sketches that we would do in high school or in primary. Now it's technical drawings. I've never been to a technical school, and I started calling umamam, drawing up. Yeah, and you better make it work. Because she really didn't know what I was talking about, and I was struggling. I was doing drawings that I've never done before in my life, you know. So she just said to me, make it work. So from the onset, I needed to make everything work, all right? Studied my first year, 2008 and 9, diploma complete, started my BTech, working very, very hard. Right? I'm sure you guys are also working very hard. Didn't have a smartphone. I wasn't on my phone when my lecturers were lecturing, because I didn't have a phone. I would sometimes ask my friends for the phones to call my parents, my mother. So guys, focus. Focus, focus, focus. I know we are talking TikTok, we are talking Insta, we're talking all of those things, but I think focus is what sharpens your mind, is what sharpens, and that, I don't know how to put this, but focus. I know we are always engaged on our phones, and phones are very distractive. Instead of reading a chapter, we are both doing our masters. I'm doing my MBA, she's doing masters in engineering. So we always say to ourselves, if we can spend the time that we spend on our phones, on the schoolwork that we need to do, we can be very far. So yes, now when you're on your phone, you can spend an hour, you're not even realizing you've spent an hour on your phone. But you are here trying to build your career. You are exposed to so many distractions that you sometimes maybe forget the goal. And maybe it's because you are surrounding yourself with people that are also addicted to the same things as you are, and that is very wrong. And did you know you become like 5 people that you spend most of your time with? My advice, spend your time with the people that make you a better person, the people that believe in you more than you even believe in yourself. Try to surround yourself with those that are always clapping for you. Whether you're winning, whether you're not feeling good on that day, whether you don't feel like waking up, whether you have issues at your house, whether you don't see beyond your current situation, spend time with the people that are really making you a better person. Okay? Did my BTech complete, then I started working at Aberdeen Cables. I'm sure we know Aberdeen Cables, the big company, blue and white, that's currently making all the electrical cables that you see at home, outside on the streets. I worked there for my P1, P2, that is in-service training. That's when I started working in 2010 Soccer World Cup. I was an employee, started working. I remember I was earning 3,000 Rand a month. I would send 1.5 home. Remember, my mother's not working. I used to send 1.5. I was excited. I started working. But the excitement is different when you know where you come from and you really want to make a difference. You know, you're not just excited and going with the current trends. You are excited because you are able to give back. You are excited because you are able to change your own life situation. You are excited because you never had so many people believing in you. You are so excited because you never even believed in yourself in the first place. You are excited because you are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You are excited because you are able to sit and really focus and really be in the moment. You know, you can be present, but in your presence, are you in the moment? I'm excited because I'm seeing possibilities. You know, I worked for Aberdeen Cables. I worked for Dana Spicer Excel. We made shafts. Remember, I'm an industrial engineer, so my job doesn't entail the glitz and the glam, the weave, the sneakers. No, my job entails safety shoes, a hard hat. This is a hard hat, by the way. It's not a nice cap that you buy from Nike. It's a hard hat. So my job entails you being a boy most of the time. So yeah, I worked for Dana Spicer Excel. I worked for Transnet Rail Engineering. I worked for Maltotech. It's a mining company in Kempton Park. I went for Johnson Matthey. It's manufacturing the components for the car. For the cars, it's an automotive industry. They manufacture the exhausts, the exhaust pipes, the things that go into the exhaust for those who have cars. We used to manufacture at Johnson Matthey, and then finally I joined Gibela, and it's been a beautiful 2 years of my career. I've joined Gibela as a planning specialist, like I said, with a background of industrial engineering. And I think with an engineering background as well as what I'm expected to do now, it sort of integrates together. Remember, when you are an industrial engineer, you work with systems, you work with processes, you work with lean manufacturing, you work with so many different things. And when those things are all interlinked together into one, you are able to make sound decisions, you are able to make process improvements, you're able to solve so many problems as an individual. And each person that's sitting right here, right now, has the same opportunity and has the same ability, to make a difference. I've never thought ever in my life that I would be the one person in the department that is doing the one job that no one else can. So you become unique in your own abilities. Don't just strive to be like everybody else. I think you need to strive to always be the best in what you do. Okay? When they think of a person of that high standard, you should be the person that comes into people's minds. Okay? I had an opportunity to work in China when I was still in Transnet because I became that one person that always stood out. I was one of the engineers in China where we learned how to build locomotives, came back to South Africa and shared the knowledge. So be that one person. Doesn't matter where you are right now, but what matters is where you see yourself as an individual in the future. No? You might be thinking of yourself as this person that's coming from a family like mine, where we didn't have a lot of things. But I'm grateful that I come from such a background because then I was not exposed to a lot of things. I was not exposed to drugs or I was not exposed to alcohol because then I wouldn't have anything to buy those with. Okay? I'm grateful that I come from that background because then maybe my vision wouldn't have been so clear. Maybe the efforts that I put into the work that I did was not going to be so effective because then I would know that I always have a backup plan. But I didn't have too many options. I didn't have too many opportunities to just play around and be mediocre. Okay, you might be sitting here and you're trying to be smart and you're thinking, oh, be that person. For your own future. If they're saying, let's go to a club somewhere, if you know you have books to study or an assignment that's due, you're allowed to say no. Because then your vision is clear. You know where you're going and you have a future and a purpose for your life. No? I don't want to be taking too much of your time. Thank you so much for the opportunity. This is just a brief summary of who I am and where I am as a person at this point. Thank you.
Strive not to be ordinary. That was my takeout. Yeah. I think I don't want to read it by repeating what you said. And then please, what I'll do is I'll introduce the next speaker and then we can do the Q&A afterwards, yeah? With your permission. Is that okay? Sharp. Our next speaker is Vuk Talks, and she holds the position of Senior Production Manager, and her educational background is as follows. She's got a diploma in industrial engineering, a BTech in industrial engineering, and master's in engineering management, which she's currently busy with. Vuk is a seasoned industrial engineer with over 19 years cross-sector experience spanning rail, fast-moving consumer goods, or FMCG, and automotive industries. Her career is marked by a consistent track record of driving operational excellence, optimizing production systems, and leading high-performance teams in a complex manufacturing environment. She currently serves as a senior production manager at Gibela Rail, and she oversees end-to-end production operations, ensuring alignment with strategic goals, safety standards, and continuous improvement initiatives. Her leadership style blends technical expertise with a people-centric approach and fostering collaboration and innovation on the shop floor. Her career includes international assignments in South Korea and the United Kingdom, where she gained valuable insights into global manufacturing standards, cross-cultural team dynamics, and advanced production technologies. Please help me welcome Vuk.
My journey with Gibela started in the year 2018. I was hired as a production supervisor. And do you know what a production supervisor does? Yeah, so I was a production supervisor in a department called fitting. So Igibela is big. I think, have you guys came to our plant to see the plant? Guys, so that you come and see this world-class plant. So it's very, very big. It starts from a car body shell, moves stations until it gets to my department, which I lead, which is a fitting department. So fitting department is also headed by a woman, which is me. And I'm currently taking care of about 94 employees. Ne? When I say 94 employees, I'm talking assistant operators, semi-skilled operators, and we've got artisans. So here I see a lot of people wearing PPE, but I'm not sure, Guti, are they in the electrical, boiler making, welding? Isn't? Can I see? Anyone who's doing the engineering courses? So it's almost half of you guys. So I think I'm here because of you guys, because I need to encourage you to venture into the field of artisanship, which is very big for Gibela. As a plant, we are looking almost every year or every 2 years for apprenticeship of artisans roles, where we are looking for boiler makers, we are looking for welders, we are working for mechanical fitters, electrical fitters. So those are the guys that are building these trains in Isbonayos Hamba everywhere. So these trains are not built by people from other countries. It's young people that are sitting here that are building those trains. Some of these guys, we took them from matric, basically, when we started the plant in 2018. Our first recruitment, obviously, it was unskilled. We called them unskilled operators. Those operators are only having a matric. We took them in, we showed them. Obviously, on those years, when we started the plant, we had TOTs, which is transfer of technology. Those guys came from Brazil. So those guys came from Brazil because the first 20 train sets were manufactured in Brazil. Then they came to South Africa. What we did in South Africa, we just coupled them and then we sent them out for service. So when we started the plant, we took those young people, the youth, obviously across the region, everywhere. We took from Eguruleni, we took from Pretoria, we took everywhere, even from Cape Town, you find assistant operators that were coming from those backgrounds. So those guys, obviously when they came, they did not know anything about a train. Remember, this was the first manufacturing plant in Gauteng, in Eguruleni, where we're going to do these extra police trains. We call them extra police 600 trains. So obviously, the idea came from Brazil because Brazil also had a similar train that they built that side. So those guys came here, they taught us, and today we are on train set 300. So what I want to encourage you guys, especially the guys that are into the artisanship route, is that you can do it. Those guys did not know anything about train manufacturing. We taught them from being boilers, from being welders. Obviously, the first intake, we were going to take people that had experience. So we went to Transnet, we went to ESCOM, so that we can get those guys who have been into the field, so that they can groom the young ones coming up. So what must you do for you to be able to join us and make sure that you also make a mark and become one of the biggest or one of the most influential artisan, is you need to make sure that you study. Our apprenticeship program that we run, or our engineering program that we run, we don't take less than, what do you call this? We don't say grade 12, not whatever, all right, grade 12, but AMA levels. So, level 1, 2, 3, sorry. We don't even look at you. So your results must talk. Ukuthi, really, I want to do this. So hence Mahadi was even emphasizing that you need to be focused, you need to study. It's a complex system that we are running of building these trains from scratch. So obviously you need to understand that you'll be required to read and understand drawings. As a welder, we can't send you there and go and weld, and these trains are going to the public. Safety is very important. So it's important that you apply your mind, you apply also your school background where you learned the theory part. So what we guide you on is the practical part. Hence I'm saying that your results are very important. Level 5, level 6, level 7, this is what we are looking at. So on NCV courses as well, most of our operators, they've gone through that route of doing NCV roles, a route where they are getting, what do you call it, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and then we get those artisans that have N1, N2, N3, and N4 up to N6, then they get their red certificates, and then they get promotions. So you can start as simple as an assistant operator, having an N3, for example. You move, you study, get N6, you are semi-skilled now. You move, you study, you get maybe your N qualification or N deep qualification, you become a qualified artisan. The people that you can go to Gibela and interview today, they will tell you, when I started here, I came from matric, in a matric. Today I'm an artisan. And Gibela has groomed me to be that person because we really do invest in education. Iskolo sasthande Gibela. That's why we hire the best, because we want to produce the best. That's why we are here. So as the program director is introduced me, I've got 19 years of experience, yes. Industrial engineering, maybe you're asking yourself, what is this industrial engineering? No, Tina, we are not hands-on. We are process people. So basically we look at a drawing, we go to the plant, and we execute. Umahadi, as she's sitting here, she's running the plant as a planner, which means she plans from car body shell, where we start. All those boilers, all those welders, whoever person that is involved in that process comes from planning first. This month I want 36 cars. So I'm a coach, you guys call them as I'm a coach, we call them cars, because the trains are made up of 6 cars. You can say 6 coaches, and then that's a train, say Hlangen. Then we couple those trains. So today, I want to come and assure you guys that the opportunity is there. This project is a government-initiated project. The guys that we groom, the guys that we are hiring are people abahlelila. So you need to make sure that you study hard. You need to make sure that you understand what you are studying, because once you get into the plant, it's going to be a different ball game. What you read in a drawing and what is happening there, it's going to be something that you see with Aman. I think in maths lecture, I don't understand these equations, because we really make sure that you understand and you produce the best quality. So with my background, like I said, industrial engineering background, I've been into automotive, I've been into an FMCG, I've been overseas, I've been to countries like UK, I've been to South Korea, where I could not even understand the language, what they were saying. I had interpreters during my trainings, but because I wanted to make sure that when I come back to South Africa, I really make a difference or an impact. I learned, guys. So my also 2 cents of encouragement to you guys, especially the ladies. We've got 19 years of experience, but us looking at this in this battle. Yes, but we are surrounded by a male-dominated field, guys. In the meeting, sometimes it's only me and Mahadi, and there's like maybe 20 males. And sometimes they will intimidate you because they're thinking, that laba, we're not gonna hear from them. Don't be intimidated. This industry is very, very exciting. you are going to learn a lot. So, but ukufunda kwakho is for you ukuthi wenzeni, uzimisele. That's it. Just apply your mind, apply nje everything that you need. If you want to make sure that you need to get extra classes. Right now, we've got a maths center that we are running around the area, Johannesburg, I think Pretoria, Eguruleni. Those matrics, we take them for extra classes so that they can get good marks. So that when they come, we know Guti, we take nje the cream of the crops. So my motivation is work hard, ask questions, make sure that when you are ready, because sometimes you can do a course ungayithandi, but love it. Engineering is nice, especially for us women. I enjoy it. As she's saying, today, you are namhlanje si presentable, si gqoke namateki, siyambasha guys, like it's a PPE, blue and white, koporo, in. But it's nice because once you are out of this, you look at those trains, uzikhombe so ukuthi, I'm making those trains. So those guys are young people that are designing and are doing a great job for South Africa. Thank you so much for your time. Our desk is outside for anything that you need to know about bursaries, apprenticeship, anything that you need to know about Gibela. We are outside. We will take your questions. Thank you so much.
Yes, we're ready for you. Can we take some questions?
Thank you guys, thank you guys for coming here. I actually found out about you guys through the government panel, I didn't hear any word about you guys. I came here to check actually because I was not gonna come, but I saw you guys on the government panel. I have a few questions for you guys, because you guys are telling us that we should start our own business. Right? I'm the owner of Kanye Trading Academy. Right, we're based in Centurion. Luckily for me, I was lucky enough to find an investor who was investing in me, right? But I did apply for funding through the government, and most of the time they tell you that currently we don't have any funding, right? I just wanna give you guys a few figures then to just understand my situation. In terms of financial, I'm a student here, right? So I won't have the finances to run my business properly, right? I need accreditation to be a skills, to be a skills trainer. First you need accreditation, right? And accreditation costs approximately about 7,000 rand just for you to start in the business. There is now a new funding program under NYDA and the government called the Youth Business Fund. I'm not sure if it's official or not, right? But they said you're going to get 12,500, right? To be honest, when we talk in terms of funding, I don't think it's really enough for a person who really wants to start a business. These are the challenges that we have because we don't work. We rely on NASFAS and other funding grants. And they said they cannot fund you if you are under funding grants. You see, these are the type of challenges me as a young businessman who I am facing, especially when it's mostly financial, right? So right now, I just want to, so it's accreditation and it's rent, right? These are the type of, the rent, it's around 700 per month, we are leasing, right? And to get this 700 per month, I had to get it through a private investor. And I was lucky enough to know the guy for him to try and invest in me. But in terms of funding, I don't want to say it's impossible, but you guys are telling us to reach for something that's not really there if you really want to start a professional business in this country. It's not hard, it's what we want to say is it's getting to the point of being impossible. Because if I run this business
Greetings once again to everyone in the house. The questions I have are two. Well, number one is, what are some of the initiatives, particularly to students in the TVET sector, doing engineering studies and partly business studies, is Gibela currently doing, and how can one associate themselves with those? My second question is to say, what are some steps being taken to assist students coming from disadvantaged backgrounds, as you last said, to get financial assistance or funds with their studies? Thank you very much.
Hi, I think we all have something to say about each of the questions. I will start with one of the questions that actually came up previously regarding people with disability and how we support them. So we as an organization, I had mentioned before that we have 4.5 million young people registered. 1% of that number that we have is people with disabilities that we have basically supported, which is approximately, I think, 45,000 people with disabilities. And then in terms of young people with businesses, us as an organization, we don't fund, we also rely on funding. But one of the things that I can allude that has been said by my colleague up here is looking for opportunities that make you use your hands. Now, we've had opportunities for young people that wanna look into getting into certain sectors but being an entrepreneur. For example, we've had agriculture opportunities where young people are now growing their own gardens and supplying their local retail stores. We've also got solar plumbing as well as solar installation. And not only are these afforded to young men, we've had an influx of young women also participating in these opportunities that have allowed them to grow their skills, get experience, and start their entrepreneurship journey.
Let me just encourage my brother, the questionnaire that was asked just now. Remember, a business is like a child, let me put it that way. A child must first start by what? Crawling, isn't it? Before they can walk. So don't rush into doing those big businesses that needs a lot of money. You can start small. Like I explained earlier about maybe like a popcorn machine that costs like 3,000 rand. You can start small. NYDA does fund from that amount, I think up to like 100,000 rand. I would suggest maybe approach NYDA, especially NYDA is assisting the youth. Approach NYDA and see how they can assist you. Start small, and then you can grow in the business and and do the bigger businesses as well.
Okay, thank you so much. You know, one of the most critical things that we do as NYTA, we do business training. So, firstly, you also need to define what is an entrepreneur, the definition of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody who see problems and create opportunities out of that program and make money out of that. You understand? So that is very important. If you are to start this journey, correct your mindset. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'll go out, look for information. And one of the challenges that we meet is we are dealing with young people. People, they normally apply from one organization, say for example, NYTA. What if you don't believe in that idea or we decline you? And there are so many government assistant organizations that provide funding to young people. So that is why if you are to go out today looking for a loan of 10,000, go to ABSA, Nedbank, all these organizations, because they all provide different interest rates and also in terms of response time. So let us be creative. Let's work out. And I'm also going to encourage you guys, please go to erp.nyta.gov.za. Apply for training. Our training are free of charge. As I've mentioned, we are at Dobsonville on Monday. We're providing training just to open up your mind, just unlock your mind. Then we can take it from there. Thank you.
Okay, Ngiyangizonhlupha futhi. This question is bursting in my mind and my heart. Ngifila ngathi ngasukuma nokusukuma. Okay, so entrepreneurship doesn't require millions of qualifications, but it requires creativity, innovation, and drive. Why do we have to wait to be in higher institutions of learning to learn about the business environment? And how do we start entrepreneurships in the young, fresh minds? Because, okay, like how do we promote entrepreneurship, just not in places like this, but also in the streets, you know? Because I believe that with skills and opportunities and resources, I personally feel like that there's a gap between entrepreneurship and also us as young people. In terms of, I always had an idea of being in the business field or being a businesswoman, but because of the lack of access to the right information, research and all that, the support institutions and services, like how easy is it for us to be able to access such commemorations? As an upcoming future leader, I want to fill in the gap, especially coming from the hood, from the dusty streets. The more entrepreneurship, the more better standards of living. So how does such programs meet us halfway? For us people who want to innovate and use dynamic strategies to end high rates of unemployment. My chat is that I just don't want to focus on us people who are here in Muskolong, but also there's a lot of us, Batsubaba and Chai, in the streets, you know. We do have dreams, we do have goals, but also opportunities are there. I believe that there are limitless opportunities, but that gap, I don't know if you feel it. Yes, thank you.
You know, what I feel, ne? You know, entrepreneurship, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. So, it starts with you to say, like, how do you want to change the narrative? Do you understand? For example, we meet a lot of people who are starting NGO organizations whereby they say, I'm bringing this program so that my people can be empowered. You cannot empower other people while you are not empowered. Do you understand? So the first point is empower yourself. Then after that, you can spread the wings. Thank you.
I'd also like to add on to that, and my understanding of your question, I don't know if I'm going to answer it, I'm hoping so, but I definitely agree with what you're saying. I think entrepreneurship is something that shouldn't only be learned because I'm now studying business studies, post-matric studies, right? I recently came across different programs that young children in primary school are starting to learn entrepreneurship. Now, we have plus minus 1 million people that come into the labor market every year, and a majority of this number is made up of youth, right? But when you think about it, looking back at school in primary, we didn't get the opportunity to really understand and dive deep into what it is to be an entrepreneur. I mean, I would go as far as saying just understanding, you know, things like how to get credit scores, taxes, how to do all those things. We find ourselves in situations where now, as a young person, you've gotten an opportunity, but you still don't understand how decisions that you've made can affect you going forward, whether it's you starting a business, whether it's you getting a loan, understanding all those things. So I think the conversation that I would like to hear even going forward is how can we come together as organizations, as departments, and not just focus on entrepreneurship post grade 12, but from primary school, because the truth is there's not enough opportunities to take in 1 million people every year.
I also have a different, not a different view, but a similar view to our guests here. Everything that you've mentioned is a problem and you think you have the solution for it. Why don't you start that as a business? So you become the solution to that challenge that you see young people like us see on the dusty streets and say, oh, I've discovered there's a Vuk Talks newspaper. And when we publish there, we publish all the funding agencies that this government has. So you become that resource and you are able to then spread the news. You spoke earlier about mental health. You could partner with an organization called SADAG, South African Depression Group, and say, do you offer counseling or some form of training that will fortify young people to become a much more resilient entrepreneur going forward? But I think from what Bapretik was saying, it has to start with you. So you need to be the guinea pig, and then afterwards you're able to then spread the word. So I'm just thinking, putting hashtag, just saying. Do we have any more questions? Yes, please. I will take the last question and then we'll take our last speaker. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Tutuze Mhlongo, the SLC president. So I will start by saying thank you to the ones who organize such an event for us to have information so that we can know. As your theme says, we are shaping future leaders across all fields. First one, I think it goes to Mr. Sibego from NYDA. Mine is that seeing that you have people who are coming, should I say, individuals coming in and wanting funding, but I'm also posing a suggestion to say, how is it that you guys partner with certain industries? For an example, if one would come to you and seek funding, but you are aware with the business idea specifically for mining, how is it best for you to partner with the mining authorities in terms of making sure that even the funded person doesn't fall on wrong hands? Because you'll find that in your finding processes, there are vouchers that are giving, if I may say, but without lack of information, you'd find that the person is now rocking on wrong doors. So how is it that you partner around with certain industries in terms of making sure that the person is taken from the A up until the Z of the business unfoldment? Then the second one, I think it also goes to Kibela in terms of saying, within the TVET sector, we are migrating to your occupational studies, whereby most of the time, a student now needs to get more of skills within the industries. But now, I'm saying, if you are aware as Gibela, do you have certain partnerships that you have at the moment with TVET colleges? If not, then I would then suggest that you start with us, so that we know as soon as we migrate to the occupational studies, exactly we know where are we taking our student. Then the last one is with Harambe, is that I know Guti, at how you started the agency, there was an objective that you are having. And saying with what you have just said, to say you're having a lot of numbers that you have within your database where students or where individuals are seeking job opportunities. What's the status that you are having? And should it be that the status is not fulfilling the objective that you had in the beginning, what are the relevant changes that you want to put into place so that we can have a better objective going forward? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So we as NYTA normally, when we go through this training, that is where we link with other organizations. But remember, we as a funding organization, what we try to do is to say, for example, if you are starting up a restaurant or mining, we've got organization responsible for that. So what we can do for you is to bring the basic requirements so that whenever you are entering that particular market, you are compliant to the requirements and standard of those organizations. Thank you.
Okay, so on the second question on the partnerships with TVET colleges, yes, we do have a program that we run with TVET colleges. I will just inquire because I think here in this college 2 years ago, there was something that we did, ne? I can't, but obviously that elapsed. So we do partner a lot because most of our occupational studies, like your learnerships, apprenticeships in the different artisans trades, we take from the TVET colleges. Those are our first preferences. So we do. So maybe we should look at that program that we ran and maybe talk to our corporate services so that we can reinstate it because we did have, but I know that 2 years has lapsed now. We have not done anything on that one. Thanks.
Thank you. Harambe's objective is very simple, yet also not so simple. It's to tackle youth unemployment in South Africa. In short, our objective is to tackle youth unemployment in South Africa. It is also to break down barriers that youth face when looking for opportunities. So I'm gonna go back. I think a lot of people, I'm 3 years in with Harambe, but I hear a lot of people know Harambe way back. As an organization, I believe we are 13 or 14 years this year. So Harambe has grown. It's been a long journey for Harambe. When we first started, we had a different way of doing things. At that time, SA Youth wasn't born yet. We had young people coming to the office. We had large groups of young people come into the office, and we had facilitators that were basically assisting them. We had work readiness programs. COVID happened. That had to stop, and we had to look at how are we still gonna achieve this objective, but still reach young people. We then got into the SA Youth platform. One of the things that we've really been working on, because we can't do this alone, is working with different partners. We currently work with about 2,800 partners. Now, when I say partners, these are organizations, government departments, opportunity holders, to say, hey, here's a platform, how about we work together? I love what I'm hearing with my colleagues right here, because after this, I really want to have a conversation and see how we can work together as organizations and bring these opportunities to you guys. But not only are we here to just bring opportunities, we're also here to reach out to different stakeholders and partners that have been invited and say, hey, let's exchange contacts and see how can we work together. Now, the steps that we have taken, of course, are to say, because we know there's a high cost of data in South Africa, let's take that away. Because we know that when you're looking for an opportunity and you have to go into an interview, there's no way you can take 3 or 4 taxis. I mean, when you get that job, literally. The geotag that happens on the platform is to allow you to see opportunities that are closest to you. Now, I did mention, I'm from a small town, KwaZulu-Natal, Eshowe. I know for a fact, Uguti, I would have to go into big cities 2 hours away from home to look for opportunities. Unlike someone that's here in Gauteng or someone that lives and was born in big cities. But the reality is, even when trying to reach young people that are in rural areas, we need to be true to ourselves and say, there's really nothing here, or there's only a handful of opportunities or opportunity holders. What I would have to do is start looking beyond my village or where I grew up, my small town. So that's basically it, working together and trying to find ways to bring opportunities to young people. The programs that we have that are for young people looking to go into entrepreneurship are programs that we have we've had to, go to those partners and say, we can see there's a large interest in young people, young women, young men that are looking to start plumbing. How can you get them certified, give them the training, and get them to start on their journey while coaching and giving them mentoring? So with the opportunities that we have specifically for entrepreneurship, it's not to say that we just take you to learn how to do this plumbing and you're on your own. Most of the times, a lot of the times, it's opportunities where you will get mentoring and training to say, so this kind of opportunity allows you to start your business, but in you starting your business, you still need coaching, you still need mentoring as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Program Director. You know what, I'm getting so excited as I'm sitting here. I'm getting excited for the young people. Why am I getting excited? I'm getting excited because I'm sitting here and I'm hearing young people like them sharing their experiences in life. How did they start the journey in order for them to be here today? I'm excited because I'm hoping, guys, that you're learning something from that. That's one. Number two, I'm excited because I realize that there are a lot of, there's a lot of information that is being shared here that you can learn from. All that you have to do is to take the first step as an individual. One thing that I want to talk about, I know that after this session, we'll have to get the contact details from each and every one of you so that when the young people are in need of the information that you've shared here, we're also able to say, here you are. But one thing that I want to request from you as you are seated here is to say, please, when we knock at your doors as organizations, us being the TVET institution, when we knock at your doors to say, we request you to come and make a presentation as a guest lecturer, for instance. The ladies that studied industrial engineering, they can help us a lot in terms of mathematics as a challenging subject, because at this campus we're offering engineering, right? There's another sister campus of ours, Rodeport West Campus, that is also offering engineering. And as we know, maths is a challenging subject for everyone. So we normally need people like you guys to come and stand in front of these young people to share. So we'll be knocking at your doors to say we need guest lecturers. We will also be knocking at your doors, guys, to say we need people who can come and motivate young people. I am sure that people that are here today are motivated because of the aspects that you have shared with them. So we need that to continue. Sometimes we get challenges, but I'm hoping that from now moving forward, we'll be able to get that assistance. Thank you. And then the other thing that I wanted to say is, we still need some organizations like Gibela to form the partnership with. As you said earlier on, we had a partnership with Gibela that lapsed 2 years or 3 years ago. That was initiated because we had an interaction with Maths Center in Braamfontein. That's how we managed to know the Gibela. And to be honest, that initiative helped a lot of our students, particularly in mathematics, because those guys were coming to teach mathematics on specific days. So we really want to revive that. And if possible, it shouldn't only assist Mulapo campus students, we need to spread it to other campuses as well, but we'll have to communicate about that and take it and see how do we do it on a much bigger scale this time. We also need to be assisted with excursions. As a TVET institution, sometimes we teach these young people to say, especially in engineering, sometimes it's very difficult to explain certain components and you don't have the models to show them. So if you assist us, I heard you saying earlier on, from Gibela you have a plant somewhere where we can take the students. We'd definitely love to do that. We'll talk to you about that, those excursions where students can be able to see. When we speak of a plant where certain gears or certain whatever are manufactured, they must be able to see it with their own naked eyes without us telling them from the book. So we need that. So if you can assist with such colleagues, it will definitely assist all of us. And in terms of what the young lady was asking, entrepreneurship at an early age, I wanted to suggest that this is a discussion that needs to be taken even further with curriculum changes, or especially from basic, so that our young people can be able to know these things as early as possible. I was looking at a TikTok video some weeks ago. It says kindergarten in China. Kids in China are taught how to sew at a preschool. They are sewing, they are learning the skill, as Usis Begasho earlier on. They are doing this and that. Some were busy with Ama Iron, Lapabaya Iron. Tell me, a primary school or even a crash. So those are some of the things that we need to move to as a country, so that our young people get the skills as early as possible in life. Thank you very much. And I definitely need your contact details, all of you guys. Thank you very much for.
Thank you, Ma'am Connie. So you're already networking. That's how it goes. Well done. Future leaders, I'm very pleased to introduce the next and last speaker. His name is Bonkosi Kuzwayo. He's the assistant manager for Gauteng, Limpopo, and the Northern Cape. He is with the organization called the Mining Qualifications Authority, where he has 10 years experience in learning programs with the SETA landscape. He's got a strong focus on skills development, stakeholder engagement, and driving educational initiatives across multiple provinces. Please help me welcome Mr. Bonkos Kuzwayo.
Thank you. Thank you. Program Director, ma'am. I'm not sure if it's still the morning. Good day, everyone. Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Bonkos Kuzwayo. I'm from the Mining Qualifications Authority. What is MQA, Mining Qualifications Authority? We are a SETA for mining, in charge of skills development in the mining and mineral sector. I think I'm going to look at what we do for TVET colleges, which is we have, we've got bursaries, we've got internships, we also have will programs, where I think we also have maybe an MOA on SLA with this campus. I'm not sure if you guys can confirm that. Okay, cool. And then I'm also going to speak about the business side, where we can fund our future leaders if they want to start their own businesses. I heard one of the leaders there saying that he was looking for accreditation. I'm also interested, is it accreditation for what? Because we also deal with accreditations, we provide accreditations. So, okay, so at the MQA, we've got bursaries for almost all the programs that you guys provide in this campus. So 80% of our funding, it is in the core of what we do in the mining and mineral sector. And then 20%, and we can find anything that you guys can apply for. And after you are a bursar, our bursar is 100% bursary. So we fund everything. So it's for books, accommodation, We also provide pocket money, anything that you can need. We also, even if you're in need of a mentor, we have that program. So, well, we know that, I think the lady there, she also indicated that if you are young and you are dealing with certain programs, so you also have a program where we would provide you maybe a psychologist and things like that. And then we also have a new program that we call it Artisan Internship. So where we would place the learners in the mining in SA. It's more like a will program, but what you will do is that after you are done with your logbook, you will submit your logbook. You will then, I think the college will provide you with a diploma, if they can turn that to a diploma. And then the mining again will then have to assist you with the trade. So it's a 2-in-1 program for that one that we have. And in terms of business, we have a program that we call Unemployed Youth Project. And then we also have a project that we call Mining Community Project. In that project, we are funding almost all the soft skills in South Africa. The only thing that you need to do, you just need to submit your proposal to say that I've looked at Soweto, and in Soweto, these are the scarce skills that I want to capacitate people around Soweto so that they can start their own businesses. So what we will need that, we will need you to have an accreditation for that programs that you want to do. But if you don't have accreditation, you can find someone with accreditation and have an SLA with that person. And we also will be able to find you on that one. That's the first one. It's Unemployed Youth Project. So you will be training people from 18 to 35. So a mine community project is the same project, but you can train anyone. You need also to have an accreditation. So the only thing that you might need to do, please go to your municipality and check what are the scarce skills that are needed in that municipality. Because with that, it will assist you if we are then looking at your proposal. We will look at where are you from. I'm from KZN myself, Majuba district. So we'll go to Majuba district and say that what is your scarce skills, go to Kotka and check what are the skills that needed in that district so that we can be able to find you. So then we see that maybe in that sector, you guys need farmers and you want to train people on skills program into farming. Obviously, you'll need an accreditation for AgriSeta. We'll check that you've got an accreditation from AgriSeta. If you don't have one, you can get it from a person that has one. You've got an SLA, you will have to have an SLA for that person, with that person, and then we will give you the funding for that. I think mine is just that. And if I think there was a question about mining from the SLC president, if he can repeat that for me.
Are you here, SRC President? Is he here? Oh, he's not here any longer. Oh, okay. So apparently they've left.
Okay. No, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Does anybody remember what the question was? Maybe. No? Okay. That's cool. Thank you. Let's appreciate our last speaker. Please stick around. Yeah, you can keep it, just in case they ask you a question. In fact, there is a question. I'll come to you, sir.
No, thank you, sir. The first accreditation that I applied for was rejected. It was under new venture creation. Ne? But luckily enough, though I'm sick, ne, yesterday night I actually got a certification under QCTO for, commercial cleaner. That's the one that was accepted yesterday night. The other one that we've applied for, funny enough, is actually under MQA, right, for a health and safety officer. But right now we're still writing MOUs, to mining companies so that our accreditation can be accepted through MQO. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think what you can also look at, please, if you go to mining companies, just look at their SLP, social labor plans around the area where they are mining, so that you can be able to assist them with that. That will be the easiest way to make sure that they find you, Because in that document, it's what the mine is supposed to do to uplift the community that is around the area where they are mining.
I think instead of having a conversation, you can have a closer conversation
Oh, okay.
after this. He's going to be around when we're done, yeah, with the program, if you don't mind. Anybody else?
Dumela, ka lebitso la ka ke Karabo Maithufi. Abuti ne ke botsa ne, like for now they were saying that there will be no longer N subject, nated levels like N2 and N3s. So now I'm hearing the guy outside, I was asking somebody outside that if ever you want to be in the mining industry, what qualifications do you have to have? Now they say that you need to have your N2s and N3s. So I wanted to know from you that how am I gonna be able maybe to qualify in the mining industry if I don't have my Ns? Because now they're saying they're closing down those nated levels.
Okay, thank you. I think another option is doing NCV, and then also another option. These things are being phased out, but doesn't mean that there is no replacement for them. There's also QCTO qualifications that will be replacing those ones. So you can also choose those ones, occupational ones. Thank you.
Bongos, I've got a question. You know, I've been hearing a lot about, obviously South Africa is a big mining economy, but there's big talk, especially with us hosting the G20, that we should really be beneficiating our raw materials, rare earth materials. So what is the MQA doing to help young people to understand what is beneficiation and how can they start getting involved in it now?
Thank you. We are trying to build incubation hubs in the communities to make sure that we will reach our communities. And I think when you look at the MQA, the leader said that maybe there should be programs where this start from at a young age. Our programs start from grade 9. We've got a project that we call Mixed in Science. Most of our career guidances, we look at students from grade 9 so that they can be able to choose careers that will assist the mining and mineral sector. So it's not like we start them from a young age. We've got, if you look at our offices are based in TVET colleges. So almost everything that we do is based where the people are. I'm not sure if you answered.
I'm fine, thank you. I've just been reminded by my colleague that, you know, the G20, the fact that we are hosting the G20 is actually a big deal. And I'm concerned that our young people are not aware of that fact and what opportunities this presidency of the G20 actually presents for us as a country and as a continent. So I've just asked one of my colleagues to invite somebody from the GCIS, which is the organization I'm from, who deals specifically with the G20 events, which actually will be hosting all the presidents, all the leaders of the world in November. And I'm sure you've been reading that, you know, Sandton is being spruced up and people are complaining with the house. Sandton is being spruced up for our guests and today's service delivery is suffering. So I know I'm putting you on the spot, my sister, but can you please share with young people how important this G20 presidency is and what possible opportunities do they need to look at? There's a mic for you. Please introduce yourself as well, thanks.
Good morning. My name is Moloko Sekhale. Ne? I'm from Government Communication and Information System. We are today here in collaboration with the Department of Higher Education to ensure that messages around vocational education is heard and is understood and it gain a value, ne? So, ne ba nkopile fela gore ke tlo bolela ka the G20. We decided to just flag G20 here because we are talking to the youth and they need to understand why South Africa is now holding the presidency, G20, ne? The presidency part is a rotational thing that requires 20 different states, ne? South Africa now is holding the presidency of the G20, and as youth, you need to understand how important this whole thing of G20 is. Our president is given the responsibility to talk to everyone that is, every group that is here in South Africa, like your youth, your women, regarding your civic groups, regarding the state of the international trade. So the main reason for G20 is to ensure that South Africa, as well as Africa, is represented internationally, katabaya international economy. Rea boostana kere, we boost one another. So, on the 22nd and the 23rd of November, we will be hosting international leaders in South Africa. Leskamakala khotwe di helicopter dia fofa. People are badiradi up and down and you don't understand what is happening. They will be here to discuss all those groups, your women, how to empower them, your youth, how to empower them, how do we come about as international leaders in boosting one another economically. So those are basically the issues that will be discussed in that summit. So on the 22nd and the 23rd of November, South Africa will be hosting the world. So don't be surprised. And please go to your Google and check Y20. Y20 is an engagement group that deals with, that talks to your youth issues. And see if you cannot engage in such groups. I think there are online platforms to engage on youth issues relating to economy. So Y20, on your Google, just go to Y20 and see what is discussed around youth. So the 22nd and the 23rd of November, please be alert and listen to what the international world is talking about around you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Moloko. I just thought it would be very important and it would be remiss of me if I didn't mention the G20. We've come to the end of our program. I want to just express my gratitude that you've been a great audience. Usually at this time I've shouted a few times because there's too much noise or there's too much movement, but you've been very exemplary. And Mam Koni, congrats to you and your team that you know how to manage your future leaders, because it is about self-control. If you can't sit and listen to people who've taken their times out of their daily lives to come and share information with you, I think it will be bad manners. But please give yourself a round of applause. You've been exemplary. So for me now is to just do a few takeouts, just in case you missed the rest of the day. Umam Koni welcomed us and reminded us of the 4 skills, 4 C's rather, that you guys will need to be able to face the world. If you've forgotten, let me remind you, is critical thinking. That means discernment. Being able to see on a TikTok advert and somebody's inviting you to Russia and you need to be between 19 and 21 and you gotta think about it and say, that's a red flag, or at least do the research and find out, is this legit? And please use government departments. So you go to our DERCO and you say, I saw this advert, they're inviting young people to go and work in Russia or wherever. Is it true? Can I go there? Am I safe? So critical thinking also involves that you mustn't just accept information that you see on online and as fact, but actually you need to do a lot of fact checking. Creativity, I think a lot of our speakers were talking to being creative around the situation that you're around. Being able to say to yourself, am I able to be brave enough to move from a small village to come to a bigger town for opportunities? Or should I be doing those opportunities in those smaller towns so that people do not have to keep moving to the big cities and we can reverse the whole urbanization movement that is currently going on in our country? Collaboration came through very clearly. As you can see already, there's talks of going forward. How can we revive certain MOUs that have been lapsed to the benefit of our future leaders? From Harambe, we're told that the SA Mobi is still a data-free site where young people can find opportunities and employers can find job seekers on there. There's also, from Zone, Tando was telling us that you can do this because you guys are future leaders, right? Think about starting your own business, start small, and then scale up from there. The NDA still offers funding, but they also offer free training. So as you are starting on an entrepreneurial journey, that you can start getting some of the training, including grant funding. Just those you don't know what grant funding means, it means they give you mahala. So you don't have to pay you back. Terms and conditions apply. Okay, terms and conditions apply. Umahadi was sharing her life journey to where she was able to come to where she is now, running a whole team. And I'm sure you're very proud, Mahadi, when those blue trains running around and say, that's me and my people who put that together. Obviously, VLY also using her industrial engineering background, but also saying to you, look, we're looking for artisanal skills, be it boiler making, fitters and turners, welders, but we're not looking for low levels. Ne? I know, as cheeky, we're not looking for levels, we're looking levels 5, 6, and 7, which are the most sought after. And Gibela grooms and promotes personal development. Sis Connie came back and she said, yeah, we need to actually make sure that we engage with the Department of Basic Education and see how we can change the curriculum from the suggestions that comes from this floor, that entrepreneurship becomes from early foundational levels. And you cited China as an example. Thank you. Ubonkos is inviting you to join the mining sector, and they are offering bursaries for all courses, mainly that this campus offers. So I'm sure there's nobody who will be left behind. And it's 100% bursary, so you're getting everything, a big bang for your buck, including internships and also accreditations. And then, of course, do not be surprised between the 22 and the 23 of November when Johannesburg is turned into a meeting zone for the world leaders. So as this is when we hand over our G20 presidency to the United States. With those few words, I wish to invite the secretary from your SRC, Ms. Gineilwe Moloto, to please come up and deliver the vote of thanks. But I'm also going to invite, yes, you're giving me a signal to also come up, please, to just give us a token of appreciation to our speakers. Gineilwe.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow students. Standing in front of you is Gineilwe Moloto, and I've been assigned the task to do a vote of thanks. I don't know why, but I appreciate that. Thank you. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who contributed to the success of the Vuk Seminar. Your presence, insight, enthusiasm have made this experience truly enriching. Special thanks to the organizers, the hosts, and all the speakers for your dedication and expertise. Your efforts have not only educated us, but also inspired us to achieve, learn, and grow as future engineers and entrepreneurs. To everyone involved, thank you for your active participation, thoughtful questions, and valuable contributions. May the knowledge and connection gained today to inspire and empower us in our future endeavors. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Patience Makapela. We are definitely cultivating our ground by giving these gifts as token of appreciation. Maybe just to brag a little bit to you, Sis V. I don't want you to leave without seeing our trade test center. On the 30th of June, the minister was here to declare the college as a center of specialization. A center of specialization in feeder antenna, the unit that you are heading. Not only in that, the department has 13 trades of priority. We are contributing, I think, about 4, and we are already accredited as trade test centers. We've got electrician at our Rodiport West campus. We have mechanical feeder antenna. We also have welding. The welding and the electricians were officially opened by the then Minister Blade Nzimande. And so I would want you to take a walk. Ma'am is here before we go. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to leave. But we want you to come through and see, so that when we come, because it's a done deal, it's closed. Our students are going there. They are going there. And so with this, we just want to say thank you for your contribution and also pouring into our students, for the both of you. And to the NYDA, the college is encouraging entrepreneurship. And our students, they need funding for them to be able to buy the machines that she is selling, the lady next to you, the company. They need to be funded so that they can generate profit from that. And so we thank you for you having been here and pouring into our students. And also to you, Harambe, thank you so much for coming through. We acknowledge the fact that it's not that we are ignorant at times. We are on TikTok. We are on TikTok, not that we are playing, we are there for different reasons. But I think that you have been here, we've taken note of Mobicide, and we are going to do better. This is for you, Butelpo, as well. And to, I thought they didn't give yours. We need more bursaries. Our students, as they were saying, NSFAS is not covering all of them. They need bursaries. They need accreditation. We need training. And so you being here really made a difference, and we hoping that we are going to continue with the partnership that we have. Luckily, we have a unit that looks after all our partners that is called New Business Development Unit. And we want to continue with the partnership that we have with MQA, including all other sitters as well. With those words, we want to say thank you, we appreciate you.
Future leaders, from me, as I bid you farewell, I wish you all the best. And I want you to repeat the words of one of our speakers that says, do not be intimidated. Can I hear you say, repeat those words? I won't be, because I'm a future